Okay, so to answer this question yang C, there's actually an extra information daripada atas. The bearing of B from A is 072, bearing of C from A is 205. Bearing of B from A 072 kali apa nak? C from A. Yeah. C from A is 205. Okay, so 205. So we're gonna display that on the diagram. So we have B from A. So B from A. Artinya we are standing arah A from A and then ke arah B. It's always gonna be north. Pasal ia cakap pasal bearing. Okay, this is bearing katanya. Artinya gonna be from north, pusing ikut jam. So artinya north sampai tekan arah B, that is 072. And then the other one, C from A, still standing arah A, tapi sampai ke arah C. So daripada north again, pusing sampai arah C, that means here 205. And that is basically, the information given. Now the question here, Tani tahu jawapannya is going to be 86.1, but we have to show it first. Again, what do we know? So we're going to focus on this one. So what do we know about this triangle? We want to find AD. So sini 95. That's length and length. Now keep in mind, kalau ia right angle triangle, ia inda banyak formula. Kalau right angle triangle, it's just going to be centered around Pythagoras theorem as we know it. And then kalau Pythagoras theorem, artinya 3 sides yang involved. And then kalau sekiranya ada angle involved dalam ni, again right angle triangle, so kah tawa. Okay, and then the other one will be half time base time height. So sebenarnya ini your formula yang involving kalau sekiranya ada right angle triangle. It's going to be Pythagoras. Kalau 3 side, angle sama sides would be sohkah tawa, one of them. And then kalau you minta area, definitely half time base time height. Artinya kalau sekiranya cosine rule kah, sine rule kah, ini yang bukan right angle triangle. So macam sebenarnya soalan-soalan yang ada 3 angle ataupun 3 side kena bagi suruh cari satu, it's always going to be these two. And then kalau kita pasal area of this yang bukannya right angle triangle, it's going to be half AB sin C. So as long as we know what we're looking at, automatically kalau Zul lihat ini tadi, I know it's going to be 90 degree right angle triangle, so I'm going to ignore this whole thing and I'm just going to focus on this one. Okay, right. And then I'm going to ask myself, your length, I have to find another length. I don't know this one. Artinya, kalau kan pakai Pythagoras, mesti tahu at least 2 side untuk cari yang ketiga. Artinya, dia dapat Zul pakai Pythagoras. Ia dia perlukan area. So, artinya, it's going to center around sohkah tawa. That's why it's important. We have to organize our thoughts lah. Kalau Tani lihat saja apa jenis triangle itu, jadi Tani fokus yang kiri saja kah ataupun yang kanan jua. So anytime you are asked this kind of question, ada triangle involved, tulis dulu what you have. Okay, boleh tulis ni yang kanan kiri ni, tulis on the side and then you focus on that saja. That will be easier lah. Jadi induluan banyak kan dipikirkan. Okay, so I'm going to ignore cosine rule, sine rule. So it's not going to be that for now. It's not going to be area. It's not going to be Pythagoras. So it's going to be one of the sohkah tawa. Okay. Right. Back to here again. What do I know? Channel Zato sohkah tawa again. Pasal Anina. Ya ada cakap pasal angle. So I'm going to need that. One of those. But how? What else do I know? Do I know? Ini apa kan tadi hurufnya ni sini? D kan? Okay. So D, A sama B. Do I know that? D, A sama B. Angle A from C. Angle A from C. Should be easy. What do I know? Can I say it's 180? D lies on the horizontal ground due south of A. Yes. Due south of A artinya automatically Uzah tahu yang vertical. Bila Uzah tahu yang vertical, then I know for sure, bukannya assume Anda boleh assume. I know for sure it's going to be 180. So artinya Uzah tahu yang biru sampai kemari is 205 and then yang kuning is 180. So untuk cari this angle, basically 205 minus 180. I don't have my calculator, so I'm going to use my phone. Sekejap, it's going to be a while. So 205 minus 180 is 25. So I have here 25 degree. So now, so mesti cari ni. That means I'm going to label it. Yang paling panjang opposite 290 is hypotenuse. Kalau this is the angle, artinya this side is the opposite and this one definitely is the adjacent. So what I need is that I need to find A, I have H, that's ka. Okay? So, ataupun cha, whichever. Alright, so artinya cosine angle, always going to be followed by angle. In this case, it's 25 equals to A, I don't know A, which is basically the AD yang ia mau suruh cari, over H, which is 95. I have to find AD, that means I have to move this one to the other side. Pakai calculator, it should give us 86.1. I don't have my calculator with me. Just check that for me, okay? Alright. Now, next one is a point X is at the top of a vertical mast at A. That is also helpful, vertical mast at A. The angle of elevation X from B is 7. Calculate the angle of elevation of X from D. Now, everything yang begitu ni, not everything macam contoh X, it's not in the diagram. So, we have to use our imagination. Alright, let's try again. At the top of the vertical mast A. So, sini sudah punya A. Okay, what else? Zah tulis dulu huruf-hurufan ya. Ya, ada B. Ya, disebut B. Ada B. I know from the diagram B is that side. Okay. So, I know this one is 170. Kali katanya X1 at the top vertical masa A. Artinya ya exactly ke atas kan. Kalau ya vertical, artinya benar-benar ngam atas A. Ini X. Angle of elevation of X from B is 7 degree. Okay, 7 degree. What else do I know? Katanya A bearing. Ni nah, ini menulong ni. ABC is point on the horizontal ground. Artinya A ke arah B horizontal, A ke arah X vertical. The word vertical and horizontal gives us the idea of a straight panar-panar. Artinya kalau ini horizontal, Allah, sorry. Kalau ani horizontal, ani vertical, when they meet, definitely it's going to be 90 degree. We cannot assume, we have to be very sure. So those words are important. Cari vertical, cari horizontal, confirm 90 degree ada involved. Okay? Now, with that in mind, again, kalau ada south ka, east ka, that means ya 90 degree macam itulah. So we have to be very, very thorough dalam baca soalan. Now, angle of elevation, remember, daripada 0 degree-nya is horizontal ke atas, melihat ke atas. So, where are we standing in this case? From B. Artinya kita ni berdiri arah B. Daripada horizontal, kita ni melihat ke atas arah X. Okay, so artinya this is our 7 degree. So again, it's forming our angle triangle. As I said, we just have to focus on Pythagoras theorem, sohkah toa ataupun half time base time height. But in this case, ia bukannya mau area, so half time base time height is also keluar sudah, out of the question. Okay, next is I don't know BX. I don't know, do I know AX? I don't think I know AX. I don't know AX. So artinya, it's not even Pythagoras theorem. Pasal Ustazah perlukan dua at least to find the third length. Sohkah toa again. Now, I'm going to tell you, kalau angle of elevation, 95% of the time, it's going to be toa. Selalu toa. Okay? 95%. Not always lah, tapi 95% setakat ni. Every time kalau soalan pasal angle of elevation, pakai toa. So let's check if the theory is right. Yeah, the angle of elevation of X from B is 7. Calculate the angle of elevation of X from D. Okay, so the other side lagi. So atu, kalau Zat lukis sini, artinya our X is sini kan tak? Sini our B. Do A, B dia juga. This is our 7 degree. This is our 90. Kali katanya tani diri arah D. Tani diri arah D melihat arah X. So you bayangkan masalahnya, ia macam terlalu into the paper. So Ustazah pusing kira side view. Side view-nya, usulnya, D-nya di sini. Sini X, sini A. Okay? Again, si A sama X is vertical. A sama D is a horizontal, ya 90 degree. So you bayangkan dua triangle bertamu. Ni tempat diorang bertamu. Ganyan dia berapa nampak pasal dia ni menghadap arah ke tani. So, ia macam seolah-olah front view right now. So, ni ke tani punya side view. Ni front view. So, dia berapa nampak. Umpamanya ni hypotenuse. Okay. So, side view-nya, this is it. Kita ni mesti cari elevation of X from D. So, we are standing arah D, melihat ke atas arah X. So, we want to find that. So, what do we know? Kenapa ia begitu yang merah lepas tu ia tanya yang biru? Mesti ada relation kan ni? Ia dah cakap saya saja. So we're gonna have to use the merah untuk somehow relate to yang biru. Okay. So what do I know arah AD? Do I know AD? Tahu tadi. 86.1. That's all I know. Kan? Which is like not enough information at all. So what do I need? Maybe daripada merah ni, apa yang dorang ada in common, Zan nampak sudah is, and I think you see it as well, hopefully, AX. So maybe daripada merah Ustazah cari AX. Once I find the AX, Ustazah ada AD and AX, dua side can find the one angle. That means kita akan pakai sohkah toa. Okay, so artinya kita akan cari AX dulu yang merah. So again label the side. Ini angle-nya, this is A, this is O. So I want to find H. H nada langsung, not related. We don't need it. So it's OA. As I told you, TOA. Okay? So TOA artinya angle tangent 7 equals to O, which is AX, over A, which is the 170. Pindah kemari to find your AX. Lepas you cari your AX, boleh you cari sini. Artinya again, Ustazah label. This is the one that we want. So artinya sini A, sini O. Again, another TOA. So dua kali pakai TOA ganya different triangle. So we have to identify that triangle lah. Okay. So kalau angle of elevation, ingati saja, it's going to be right angle triangle, and then again 95% or 96 or 97% lah ha. It's going to be using TOA, but you have to identify it lah. So it's always going to be macam you have to create that triangle. Baca benar-benar soalan. It's actually very very easy. Okay, so artinya di sini sama jua. I'm just going to do a quick one. Tangent angle kata ni dah tahu equals to O nya is AX, sudah jumpa tadi, over 86.1, sorry pejurit, and then you find your angle, pindahkan tangent sebelah jadi inverse tangent, and you should get whatever the answer is lah. Okay, hopefully that helps. I don't know which paper ni, ni kan paper mid-year, so just google it sajalah. Cuba Google the sentence and then you type 4024. Ustazah carikan dulu and then you can cari also just in case. Alright, thank you.